About obviously carrying some momentum over from the last game, but the shaky end there. Just how do you kind of mix the two together? What did you think of it?
We had a pretty good lead, 2-3 minutes till the end, and in those situations we gotta be more focused. Gotta take away their shots, but they also made 10 shots in a row, and it's hard to guard that pop situation with their big guy. And at the end we just we gotta close out the game better, and by the end we succeeded. We made our free throws, grabbed the offensive rebound at the end, and we deserved the win.
Question for either of you guys. I just want to know, just from your experience of playing overseas, how do you think that has helped you in a game like this tonight?
So I think, like before I said also, like basketball everywhere is the same. But I think in these moments, like he said, we have to be more careful with the ball and make better decisions on offense to shot selection. But yeah, playing overseas, I think we learn a lot from pro guys. They were giving us good advices and practices in the game, so I think that means a lot.
Yeah, I agree with him. It's just we've been through these situations. When you play against older guys, and also when you have older teammates, they always have good advices for you. And it's just a matter of being calm in these situations. Do smart plays, make good shots, and basically, yeah, that's it.
It's for both of you guys, KJ. If you could start, we've heard about this team just getting whole and getting healthy. This is probably as healthy as we've seen you guys in a month. Like, what do you think this is turning into right now as a team?
Yeah, so I think we need everyone for big games. We need everyone, and now everybody is getting healthy. So I think as more as we go, the better we will look, because our pieces will set up, and when we are all the team together, when we all healthy, I think we are a very good team. We play as a team, and that helps us win.
What was the question?
You guys are getting healthy. What are you turning into as a team now?
Yeah. I agree. We are really a good team. I believe that our ceiling is pretty high, like Coach Underwood said a lot of times, and we gotta keep going, work out every day, be hard, support each other, and just be great teammates to each other, and the rest will come. We practice good, prepare really good, and really talented team, and I believe that we have high ceiling.
KJ, we've seen Will come on a lot here recently. Just with you guys on the court together, either one can play make. How is that impacting you? How does that help you? What does that give you in terms of different looks out there?
Yeah, so he's an amazing player. Like we saw in last 5 games, he was doing amazing. He was helping our team. He was the leader of our team, and when he can play make too, that helps everybody. That helps our offense. That I think that disturbs opponent's defense, and I like playing with him.
Tommy, how's your ankle holding up? You get a stretch 5 like that. How's that affect your movement?
Still not good, but it's better than it was against Rutgers and Minnesota. Working every day on it, therapies, physical therapies, mobility, but it's gonna get better for sure. And I'm glad I could be here and last game also to help my teammates win.
Tommy, in the back here, you said yesterday you wanted to meet Kofi. Did you get to meet him, and what was that like?
He seems a really nice guy with affectionate smile, and he's just a legend here. And I'm glad that he can be a role model for a lot of players who come here. And just what he did here was incredible, and it's incredible to be around such a player.
KJ, what does having Tommy on the court do for you individually, playmaking?
Everything. It just he's our like connector, you know. He can pop, he can roll, he can do everything, he can pass. So it's very easy to play with him. I think we have great connection. I know it's that the European thing or something, but we connect very good on the court and off the court. So that helps our team, I think, a lot. We can both make plays, and with Tommy, the game is just easier.
KJ, they force a lot of turnovers. What do they do to be so successful, and how do you guys feel like you kind of survived some additional turnovers tonight?
Yeah, so I'm not happy with my performance. You know, based on I did five turnovers, and they were all not the forced ones. I just had to be stronger with the ball, not that sloppy that I was, and match their physicality.
For either of you guys, how important is it to hold serve at home? You get these opportunities with good teams coming in, and you're on your home court. How important is that for you guys with your season and your resume and all that to take care of business at home?
It's really important. We had really tough games coming here, and like we all know, we lost some games that we should have won, and now we have a tough schedule, and we gotta be ready, gotta play the best as we can. Now we're complete, and gotta stay ready, gotta stay healthy, and we believe we're gonna come out as winners in all of those games.
Yeah, I believe like I want to thank the fans, Orange Crush, and all the fans that came here and coming here every game. They mean a lot to us, and I think they motivates us to play harder every time we dive on the floor or we get the offensive rebound. They're cheering for us. When we go to the free throw line, they're cheering for us, and I think they're the best fans in the country.
Curious for either of you two, who was kind of leading the way for composure down the stretch when UCLA made that big run? And do you think being able to stay together is something you guys have grown into over the course of this year?
We were all 5 players that were on the court were calm. We believed in what we were doing in our offense. We knew what we gotta do to fix that, and we were all calm. Everyone was aware of the situation and aware of the plays we have to do, and also the scoreboard. And basically, at the end, we just prevailed successfully. How do I say it? Presented our plan, and luckily we at the end won the game.
Tommy, what does having Ben at the 3 when you guys go that big? What does that do for you guys?
It opens a lot of space for everyone because Ben is an amazing shooter, and teams know that, and they're just not gonna help, and it opens the cuts, opens the pick and rolls, opens basically spacing is the key in that. Ben at the 3.
KJ, you got Michigan State coming into town now. Is that one you'll be looking forward to a little extra, just knowing how the last one went?
Yeah, for sure. I think we all look at this game very hard because we lost by two points there, and we have to rematch. And I think we all will be very motivated to play against them. They're now the first in Big Ten. I think so. They're a very good team, but we will prepare in this week and we will fight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hats off to UCLA. Very good. Hot team. And I thought first half, defensively, we were terrific. I thought we took them out of their stuff. I thought we were very good. Thought we made it hard on their guards. We had a couple too many turnovers that led to some easy baskets for them. But I thought first half we played really well. The second half became a shootout, both ways, and we let Tyler get going. Terrific shooter, terrific pick and pop threat. But excuse me. But it seemed like every time he hit one, we'd bounce back with one. And obviously, at the end of the game, I think they hit 10 of their last 11 or 9 of their last 10. You're just praying almost for one miss in there. I thought a couple of them were pretty well guarded. We were trying to switch some of those. We were just a little late. A guy like that, especially when he's heated up. But good Big Ten basketball game, great win, and excited to come out here with a W and move on to the next team that's won 6 or 7 in a row, and it was nice to get that one.
When he got hot from three, what were you trying to do defensively against?
We call it a tilt. The building's loud, so it's communication based, and I think we're just everything was a dribble late, and so we're trying to switch him. If he shot twos against our guards, we were great. We were going to be fine with it, but we were late with it, and to their credit, guys kept saying, "Well, I don't hear the call. I don't hear the call." We still have to have some recognition of what's being said. It's a flat middle ball screen. It's really hard to handle that, but we've practiced it. We just do it in an empty building, so we got to have a little clarity and a little better understanding of what they're trying to do, and then we've got to handle it. We just stayed with it too long.
Brad, obviously healthy again, but you talked about defensively, but offensively, 1.3 points per possession after 1.6 the last game. What did you carry over from Saturday into today offensively? Health.
I've said it many times. We're really good when we have all the pieces and the pieces fit together. And I thought that the first half, we haven't had Tommy in practice, so Tommy's still not practicing, and understanding the difference between Minnesota and them. They're a team that gets to the ball, they clog the paint, they're in the gaps. Tommy had 3 turnovers at half, trying to make the same plays he made it at Minnesota. That's not practicing. But once we figured that out, and then I thought Kasparov just controlled the game in the second half. Fake handoffs, getting the ball in the paint. He obviously hit a big 3 late. But, I think it's just the continuity of having all the pieces. Quiet night for Will. They did a good job on him. But I thought our passing, we're a good passing team. We're going to live with some turnovers. But I thought once we settled in, we were pretty good.
Nobody on the injury report today, but Trey didn't play. Is he still dealing with some lingering illness?
Yeah, it's just getting back in a flow. There's nothing to that. It's just getting back in the flow. We've been in a really busy stretch, so there hasn't been a ton of practice. He did practice yesterday. I told him after the game, we're going to need you. We got an off day tomorrow, and then we get a couple days. So, we'll keep working at that. And I thought Jake was terrific, and again, Draven was starting, and now all of a sudden gets sick, and that thing zapped you. So, we'll slowly get those guys worked back in.
Coach Underwood, I know that you hate losing, although you can learn a lot from losses. My question is, how does winning that close make you feel, and what do you learn from a win that close?
I don't worry about wins. I treat them like any other game, but it's more the margin doesn't concern me as much as how we play. I think that we're a process-driven group, and it's how do we play in the process? What do we have to learn? We've obviously got to clean up a late game situation, switch, but it's challenging against a good team that's well coached, sometimes with really good players, and they've got them.
Brad, is closing that one out, the process of playing 24 games, like, do you think just given the youth and the newness of this team that would have been a game in November, you closed out. Like, is there growth there, I guess?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we made plays. We made a lot of plays. And, you made free throws. You made a play on the free throw, the one we did miss. We made some shots. We made a mistake or two on the offensive side, but we weren't making those early. And like I said, our growth is in our chemistry and our togetherness. We've had a hard month with not being able to put it all together, but it's quicker to pick up now because we've had time together before. So just putting all the pieces together.
Coach, a big shot by KJ coming out of the timeout there in the last minute. Was that what was drawn up? And is he the kind of guy like an Io and a Terrence Shannon that you just kind of give him the ball in those situations?
Yeah, it's not the first one he's made this year. It won't be the last. He's pretty much, that guy. Put the ball in his hands, make a play. And, it was trying to get to a matchup that we liked. Go make a play. And, we talked about if you got the ability to drive it downhill against one of their bigs, 2-foot jump stop, get fouled, 90% free throw shooter, or, he steps up and makes a big three.
You talked at Minnesota about maybe leaning on your older guys that had played college basketball before, and that was tough because they hadn't played here. But like just what Ben and Kylan are doing maybe the last couple of games is maybe not the leading scorer, but what have they added?
Everything. They're our glue. The job Kylan did in the second half today was tremendous and on both ends. Ben's turned into a really, really good Big Ten player. And, big threes and big shots. And now we're able to play some booty ball with him. He's rebounding the ball when he didn't early. It's hard for those guys. Newness is hard. And when you've been in a system that changes and the expectation's different and the caliber of competition is different, it's not easy. And those guys have done yeoman's work, Trey included, yeoman's work in terms of Jake. Progress he's made, just in terms of getting us to this point. They've been great.
Coach, 50-50 balls for UCLA on tape is just something that they do a really good job of. But your guards tonight rebounded very well. Just wanted to get your thoughts.
So you take Tommy away from the rim and Merez away from the rim some because of the way they play. Guards got to go rebound. Guards are quicker, they're stronger, and they've got to go rebound the basketball. Mixed teams play as hard as anybody in the country. And they have won every 50-50 ball in the last 5 or 6 games. And, I watched all of them. They get every ball. I thought it was a huge key tonight to try to come up with those. We're a good rebounding team, obviously. We won that battle, but it was it felt like very much had to be a guard rebound game. Anytime you pull Tommy away from the rim and Merez away from the rim with Daly and Tyler.
Tommy's ankle's obviously still swollen. You said he hasn't really been practicing. Are you surprised with how well he's playing through this?
No, he's very mature. He's very cerebral. He's very smart. He's spent a lot of film time. And he's obviously just tougher than nails. So, no, to be honest, no. I know what we are without him, and I know what we are with him, and him at 80% is pretty good.
Brad, you talk about how much you pay attention to the net. Usually you only get a handful of quad one opportunities at home. How important is a game like this, and obviously you get another one on Saturday, in terms of just piecing it together and turning it in the right direction? Again,
and I'll say this over and over again. There's a reason we schedule the way we schedule. We're not playing a lot of. We're going to play those teams, and you hope like crazy that the committee rewards that. You're going to get dinged. You're going to get beat, and that's the reality of playing really high competition and great teams. Look who that team's beat. UCLA. And then when you get into league, most of them are going to be quad one and quad two. This league's terrific. So, I think we have one quad two left. I think all the rest are quad one, if I'm not mistaken, and that's why in a 20-game league schedule with the imbalance that you have, the net's really important, and you hope the committee recognizes some of that. You hope they recognize the fact we played 5 games without one of our 2 best players in most cases. So you're going to get beat. Opportunities are there. Tonight was one. We got another one on Saturday. So we just take them as they come.
Brad, is there something specific you like about Ben at the 3? And is there something that has opened him up on either end of the floor, being able to play there?
Yeah, I like our rebounding. I like Merez on the floor. In matchups, I think it's maybe not quite as physical for him. I think we can do some things with him and Merez based on matchups. I think we can slide Trey back in. I think we can slide Draven in, however we need to do that, more based on lineups and matchups that favor us. But he's playing into booty ball now, so I like the matchups when he gets a guard on him. We played really big at Minnesota with Will sliding to the 2. Played a lot there. That's we get really big. Kasparov is 6'5", and Will at 6'8", and Ben at 6'9" or 10", and so size has its advantages.
It's kind of a follow-up to that, Brad. What did you guys see that, the rotation always changes and evolves and kind of whittles down when you get to this time of year? What did you see in that top 7 specifically that you guys wanted to try this out and keep with it?
Yeah, I don't want to make it too big a deal, but it's shooting. Tonight I think if you look at UCLA, I think opponents have shot 50 or 60 more threes than them. They play in rotation. Okay, they're going to get to the ball. They're going to nail help. They're going to be in the gaps. Those give you threes. So you got to have shooters to fill those spots. My only complaint at halftime was I thought we turned down 4 or 5 of them. And so you find Jake in there. You find Ben. Now we're really scattered with really, really good shooting. And then what we did was we got to the rim, and that opened everything up. And so that's been really, really positive for us.
I guess kind of a follow-up to that. You've played the shorter rotation with Dre and Trey, still trying to get over the flu. Just when they are back in a flow, I mean, how does maybe reinserting them into what you do kind of affect what you've been able to do, which has been good?
Yeah, I think that's all part of it. I think that's what we're looking forward to getting to. There's a reason I called the timeout at the 8-minute mark. Tommy hasn't literally run in a month, 5 weeks with mono and then the ankle and he was gassed. He was dead. So we had got the first media, and then I think all of that will play into being able to slide some of those guys in there. But again, we're gonna put the 5 that's playing the best and fit the best matchups as well.
Kofi back, obviously. How was it to have him back for a game and to bring him around the team that you have this year?
I can't wait to see it. The video at half. I can't wait to see that. And you're truly blessed as a coach when you get to coach somebody that gets to hang their jersey. And then the icing on the cake is when they're as good a human being as he is, and as fun to be around, and as fun to coach, and he was fun to mold. And we were just talking, a couple of coaching buddies of mine, Tim Jankovic, who was at SMU, and Kermit Davis at Ole Miss were here, and we were just talking about how we saw Kofi play in a game, and he scored 2 points. When he was in high school, because the guard shot all of them. I know they're both in the NBA, but Kofi never got the ball, and to see that turn into 2-time All-American, dominant center. That's really cool, man. That's why we do this, is to see that growth and that development. Not everybody's blessed enough to be 7 foot, 300 pounds, and their jersey hang. But man, you have no idea how much that meant to me and means to me. And I told him before the game, I said, just appreciate this, man, because not everybody gets to do this. And you're a place that he loves and that loves him, and pretty special.
Coach, free throw shooting was really big, obviously. How much is that the right guys getting to the line? And is that something that you can control at all?
Well, we didn't have Kofi at the line, so we made him. Yeah, we practice it a lot, and you put the ball in guys' hands who can go make those plays and go make free throws. But we shoot them a lot. I mean, you look back at my history, our teams have always kind of struggled a little bit early, and then we kind of figure things out on that end and start to make them. But yeah, both, all of that.
I'm curious how you look at the turnovers tonight, knowing UCLA forces them in bunches and knowing that that's just kind of part of having what you have offensively.
I wasn't. There were 4 of them I didn't like. I didn't like Tommy's because of the way, and that's practice. We told them they get to the ball, but when you don't practice it and see it, and so that was challenging for me. And then we're going to live with some of KJ's. I thought the one he made late was a bad play. Ben didn't finish his cut. Right read, just maybe not the right time to make that play. But we need KJ trying to make plays. And sometimes the defense is going to be good. And sometimes it's the right read and we don't, but that's our chemistry. We still have to keep, the guy's got to know when KJ's got the ball that he's going to look to dime him up. Okay. Thank you.